Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. You heard it right. Park Spotlight is back, trying to mix it into the variety week. And today we're doing Builders for Wednesday, and this is New Horizons fully narrated theme park created by Lenividivici. So stay tuned and let's check it out. Alright, this was sent in by one of our Discord builders and golden patrons. Lenividivici, thank you so much for your support. You are helping to keep the show go on. And he says, "Hey Johnny, this is New Horizons Park, which had been my project for the last 3 to 4 months. I'm incredibly proud of the outcome, especially as it's fully embedded into a story that I narrated myself. Everything you need to know from how to access the narration is to the optimal viewing point for the Peace, Love, Unity, Respect fireworks show can be found in the workshop description. I hope you'll enjoy yourself as much checking it out as I did creating it. Greetings, Lenny." Awesome stuff, Lenny. So let's check out the Steam page, or I guess I'll check out the Steam page and read off the description while I show off some shots in the background. And he says, "My main goal was to blur the lines between realism and creativity. I have a habit to create stories in mind for everything I do, so naturally I created one for this park as well. After some time, I thought, why not actually narrate the whole thing to give the truly unique aspect. New Horizons theme park consists of 5.5 distinctly themed areas: Frequency Avenue, Equilibria, Capital Park, Dark Valley, and Vale of Wisdom. The lighting is unique for every single area, which enhances the immersive feeling created by the scenery. The park features 7 roller coasters, all of which realistic layout-wise and force-wise, 5 flat rides, and numerous facilities and shops. I hope you will get lost in the experience as much as I did in the creation. The centerpiece of the whole creation is my custom narration. Here's a link to my Google Drive where you can download the MP3 files. To get the best experience possible, approach the coasters with their respective narration files in the following order: New Horizons entrance, Frequency, big strata coaster with custom supports located at Frequency Avenue, GOA tropical area to the left, Freelance Capital Park medieval area to the right, Ecstasy B&M mega coaster with New Horizons resort located in the Vale of Wisdom, Anarchist wooden coaster with big burning Anarchy Sign, can't miss it, White Widow flying coaster next to the Anarchist in the Spiderweb Dome, Villain dive coaster going through the Temple of Light. Important, please ride every coaster in front of the bumper view for the best experience possible. Fireworks show, put your free camera right on top of the Planet Coaster statue in front of the train station and look towards Ecstasy's lift hill as shown in the last few workshop pictures. The sequencer to start the show is right behind you, behind the security door." Oh boy, that's a lot of information, you guys. So we might have to do Park Spotlight a little bit differently today from the looks of things. And I'm also doing this new kind of cinematic style of recording and editing. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do from here is try to follow his guide and the narration and stuff like that, and we'll go from coaster to coaster. Once we've experienced the story, the narration, and I guess the coaster, we're gonna do it completely differently. We're gonna try and do his fully narrated theme park. Once we've experienced that, I'll poke around and do what I do. So let's hope this all works out for the best. I was not prepared yet. I didn't know there was audio files, so I'm gonna download those and then reload the map and we'll get started. Alrighty guys, so I just got off the phone with Lenny. We had a nice 20-minute conversation, and so he's explained it to me that the speakers and the narration is not set up in game. You have to play them externally, and I showed him how to set it up properly. So he's going to build staging areas around the coasters. They're little stands with speakers and a sequencer, and it's going to be on loop. And then you're going to be able to walk up to it and click the sequencer and hit reset so you can listen to the narration from the beginning and stand at a vista or a key location. And he's going to take that little staging area and put it in the 6 key locations around his map, so you can go up to them, and as you walk by them, you'll just hear the narration, and you'll have the option to reset it. So he's going to revamp the workshop and the park just a little bit over the next week. So if you guys download this yourself, you're going to be able to do it. Now for us, I'm going to do some tricky editing. It's going to be a little bit of work on my end, but what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to show off beautiful shots of what he was talking about, what he's narrating about. Well, I play the music in post. So, I'm going to go into the cinematics shots and stuff like that. We're going to listen to all the narration. Once that is done, we're going to actually explore the park and play. And we're going to just run around as a guest like the good old days. All right.
In ancient times, many cultures all over the world believed the human body was controlled by a frequency that is unique to every man and every woman and lies within the deepest part of a soul. It was believed that this frequency was formed and altered only through the most extreme experiences it encountered. While most people marked it down as one of the many wild, unproven stories of the past, many kept chasing the truth for centuries, as they deemed it fascinating that so many independent cultures shared the same beliefs. Both scientists and believers tried everything within their capabilities. Only recently, the frequency of the soul was proven not to be a hoax, but a real entity that accompanies us every day. The next step, obviously, was to discover how to reliably alter one's frequency in his favor and interest. By coincidence, scientists found that the only method to achieve exactly that is to ride thrill rides that are meticulously planned in every aspect. Right here, at this very location, the pursuit of perfection to achieve contentment of one's soul has started and since succeeded in many ways. Right here is the only place on Earth to discover new horizons. Frequencer was the first coaster ever created that successfully and reliably altered the frequency of its rider's soul. The extreme speed and height of it accelerates the frequency in a way that it causes motivation, power of will and courage, even in those that felt depressed, lonely or little before. Experience inner greatness that is only rewarded to those that brave the extremity of the Frequencer. Right after Frequencer was finished, people demanded a thrill ride that actually used the supernatural capabilities to their full extent. The plan was to create a longer-lasting influence onto the body that digs deeper into the soul. With its mixture of calm and intensity, GAD provided new sensations for the soul. Unlike Frequencer, the frequency was not lifted up, but brought into a perfect state of equilibrium. In that very state, the individual does not feel any negative feelings and does not think any negative thought. The breakthrough, however, had not been recognized until years later. Not only do GAD's effect on the frequency alter the mind, it also provides physical healing capabilities that can cure terminal diseases. Long before the frequency of the soul was finally proven to be real, humans tried to find ways to prove or even use the unknown power of it. The pursuit of the truth peaked in the Dark Age, when science and church had a race who could find it first. As a result, a group of people emerged that believed the frequency of the soul only brought evil to the world. As a symbol of their dream to become detached from the soul, they overtook Capitol Park to form a loose group that is detached from any rules, calling themselves freelancers. In an attempt to get rid of their frequencies, they ironically joined the race and created a construction plan for a machine that could not be built in those times. In 2008, archaeologists found their plans and immediately gave them to the New Horizons research group. After years of discussion, the group came to the conclusion that building this exact coaster could not be authorized, as it meant too radical of a change for the people that rode it. Instead, they built a nearly exact copy of it, with minor changes. Since the frequency is so incredibly sensitive, freelance does not kill the frequency, but rather weakens the effect of it very slightly. New Horizons research group feared many could even regret allowing such little weakening of their frequency on freelance. Simultaneously to manufacturing freelance, they created its counterpart, ecstasy. They believed that by building the coaster completely different, the effect on the frequency would be the exact opposite. A ground-hugging layout was replaced by a tall one. The aggressive, forceful turns and hills were turned into drawn-out ones. Ecstasy is said to be the most graceful thrill ride in the world, and so are its effects on the frequency. Riders are put into an ecstatic feeling of joy, camaraderie and invincibility, replacing every thought with a positive one, has it not already been positive before. This uplifting feeling also made every influence on the frequency of the soul have a bigger impact. The researchers had been successful once again. Nearly 100 years after they had been founded, The freelancers recruited a seemingly normal teenage boy who allegedly shared their beliefs. Little did they know he had a much more sinister plan in mind, trying to make it reality through the power of the Brotherhood. The boy fast became one of the most renowned members thanks to his charismatic and immersive appearance. Over time, he revealed more and more of his ideas. The freelancers saw no other choice than to banish him to the Forgotten Lands in the East. This soon turned out to be a grave mistake. The boy rather enjoyed the freedom of loneliness and started creating creatures and machinery that he hoped would affect the frequency, just like he intended. The result was a land of dread and suffering, scattered with unknown abominations and obscurities. Said land was commonly referred to as the Dark Valley, and the boy became known as the Anarchist. After his death, some brave adventurers explored the area. What they found was astonishing. A wooden structure so big it dwarfed the king's castles with ease. A ride on the monstrosity put them into a state of unknown power. Their strength doubled and their senses sharpened. Also, they could seemingly control their luck and make people fall in love with them in an instant. When the Crown heard of these discoveries back then, they deemed it to be witchcraft and demolished the wooden structure immediately. Only as of recent, these effects were shown to be the result of frequency altering. We only have a replica of the structure, which unfortunately does not provide the original effect. The frightening atmosphere of Dark Valley, however, can still be experienced on Anarchist. The White Widow once was one of the few inhabitants of the Eastlands. When the Anarchist took the area, she was taken as a test subject, along with her husband. The Anarchist believed he had created a machine so powerful it could change the physical appearance of a body by altering its soul frequency in a certain way. He tested it on the husband, who became disfigured so heavily he died on the spot. The White Widow, however, survived the experiment. She became a spider-human hybrid, too powerful to control by the Anarchist. She went on to create her own domain in the Dark Valley, planning to kill everyone who ever tries to alter anyone's frequency. Her gigantic web spans across the whole valley, luring daredevils to take one step too far. Are you foolish enough to take a peek into her dome? Villain was another test subject of the Anarchist. While in his power, Villain studied the Anarchist's work closely. One day, when a gargantuous kraken, God knows where that thing came from, broke out of the facility, Villain was able to slip out as well. With the knowledge he acquired, he swore to pick up the fight against the Anarchist. After building a fort, his next project was to create a portal that would enable him to banish all the abnormalities from this world. Unfortunately, who could have thought, it didn't go as planned. Rather than banishing things from this dimension, the portal brought even more things to the Dark Valley. As a result of that, the common people thought he was an ally of the Anarchist, which earned him the name of Villain. On a side note, his appearance makes him seem like a bad guy too. The truth is, he just likes to listen to metal music and dress accordingly. The portal did not only spawn bad things. A group of seemingly celestial beings came one day and gave Villain truly powerful and mind-blowing gifts, both physical and mental. He now resides in the Temple of Light, a house of the celestial gods. To this day, nobody really knows what Villain is planning in there. It is rumored, however, that he's working on a new, working portal to a next dimensional world.
Wowee, ladies and gentlemen, what a firework display that was. That was quite incredible. Holy moly. We have a rising Planet Coaster legend in the making, guys. Lenny, holy moly. Alright, you guys got the narration. You got the shots while I was doing the narration. We got to see the fireworks display. I've been at the computer recording this stuff for like 3 hours now. And now we can begin the park spotlight tour. Alright guys, let's take a trip through New Horizons created by Lenividivici. Here's the main plaza area. The main monorail station is located here. And there's a little back door behind here that takes you into the master key for the fireworks display. So if you're looking for it, it's in there. And this is a good spot to sit, as you guys saw. What a beautiful park. Truly. Lots of coasters, 9 coasters overall. We're going to go explore the tropical area first, I think. Let's go on in. This is probably my favorite area from a first look at things after doing all the panning cameras and stuff. I just love the way he's used the custom biome. We got some snow up top, red rock, green grass. The vibrance of all that is just absolutely stunning. I love the custom fences. I mean, there's some amazing vistas down here, stuff that I've never really seen before. I love the intertwining nature of everything. It's absolutely stunning. Look at that. Some really exciting coasters to ride once we're done. This is a monorail station from the looks of things. We might have to ride that monorail at the end, I think. Some more great shots. What a neat place for a flat ride. Embedded into the rocks down there in this little chasm. Pretty cool. Nice shot of the coaster over there. Frequencer. Love the reflection on this water and the red rock there. Nice little eating area, food courts. Can't wait till they add the picnic tables, and seeing this whole area filled up with guests would be quite amazing. Look at these shots, guys. It is incredible. Ho-ho! Alright. Next Dimensional World Dark Ride coming soon. That is such a scary looking coaster. Alright. So let's make our way across and go check out the other areas. I think we got a medieval land. Got little faces here. Very confusing building. Alright, let's embark on into the capital park here. Medieval land. Oh. Little sculpture in the background there. Now, I did not get to hear the narration in the backstory yet because I'm adding that stuff into post. So I'm really curious to know what he says and if there's anything I should know about it before going in here. But I guess that's the nature of how I'm editing it today. But look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is the queue for this ride. Let's cut across here. Another ride skin there. Little carnival area. That guy's got to pee. Never mind, he just went. Great idea putting the shops inside the tents like that. This is stunning. Really neat bridge here. How do we get on top of that? Can the guests walk across it? No. That would have been cool. Alright, Vale of Wisdom. Wow. That resort building is incredible. Let's go check it out. So the whole building is essentially designed just for the queue of this coaster. Or maybe not. These are pathways. You can get some shops up here. It would be nice to see a pool or something on top of this building. Hopefully one day they add in real pools. Oh wait, he's got one. Ish. Little beach. Look at that. Spoke too soon. One thing I love about this building is the helicopter on top and how he's used the windmill as the blades. That's a really awesome helicopter. And the little parking lot back here. Okay, we're not supposed to go in here. Alright, how do I get back to where I was? So... what part didn't I see yet? That was one grimacing looking building. The villain. This is really unique. I love the biodome made out of cobwebs. The Anarchy Sign. So we kind of been over here-ish. Or did we? Okay, it is separate from the fantasy park, the Vale of Wisdom. Okay, I see. Doomed. Cool little sculpture here. Let's see, where haven't we seen yet? We pretty much covered it. I think the way he's pathed is pretty smart. It takes you to the main areas, and then from there you just ride on the coasters. Most of the scenery and stuff is background, and you're going to experience it while you're on the coasters themselves. So we pretty much got a good look at it all there. The tour part was quite quick, but setting up the footage and doing all that took me some time there, and I think it's going to pay off. There's some pretty good shots, and I think the narration is going to be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to editing that in and listening to it. So I'll turn it to nighttime here, and we can get a quick glimpse at everything. I think the intended time of day he wanted was 6 p.m. actually, just so the sun's setting a little. Now, part of me wished the fireworks were on kind of a lapse at a certain time of day they would just trigger, or time of night, I should say. But it's smart that he didn't do that, because when I was watching the fireworks show, my FPS just dropped to like 5 FPS at one point. So probably best that you trigger it yourself and give it a watch, which we did. So there's a look at it at nighttime. It's very beautiful. And I think it's time to ride some of these coasters. Exciting. Alright, let's start off with the Frequencer. So here's the ride stats, guys. We got a 6.48 excitement, 4.27 fear, 1.57 nausea, and it just broke down. Just my luck. Here's the rest of the results if you want to see them. And I kind of want to watch this in a couple perspectives. We'll see. Maybe I'll treat this a little bit like a coaster spotlight here. Alright, here we go. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? I didn't get the volume up for this. Let's do that. There we go. I want to check this out at night as well. Oh! short, but it'll get your adrenaline going, that's for sure. I don't even know if I'd want to go on a drop like that. Oh boy. Incredible. All right, next we're going to go on the GOA, and it's broken down. Oh my god. 4.81 excitement, 3.15 fear, and a 0.89 nausea. There's the rest of the results, guys. All right, here we go. No guests with us today. That's okay. Wowee, what a wonderful coaster design. Very vibrant. I absolutely love this. This one I do want to see in multiple perspectives as well. So let's do that. Alright, camera was struggling a little bit with cinematic, but I do want to check this one out at night. I think he's done some good lighting on this. Definitely one you want to keep your arms in at all times. I think we came close to hitting some rocks. If not, we probably did hit a couple. We're going to do track feed for the night around here. Next up, we're going on the Twisted Minds. We got a 4.39 excitement, 2.58 fear, and a 0.68 nausea. And we have a Looney Turns. Wow, it broke down. What is happening to me today, you guys? We're going to set records here today. Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Alright, next we're going to be going on the Freelance. We got a 6.23 excitement, 3.9 fear, 0.97 nausea. There's the results, and we're going with a launched torque coaster. Alrighty, guys. Next, we're going to be going on the Anarchist. 7.52 excitement, 4.19 fear, a 0.82 nausea. Looks like it's a gnarler wooden coaster. Let's do it. Next up is the White Widow. We have a Flying Stingray, 6.65 excitement, 4.8 fear, and a 1.52 nausea. Next up, we got a dive coaster, Dive Athon. The villain, 5.83 excitement, 3.85 fear, and a 0.99 nausea. This one's intended for nighttime, so I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, saving the best for last, we have the Giga Rage Ecstasy, 8.01 excitement, 4.99 fear, and a 1.45 nausea, 86 miles per hour, and the biggest drop is 73 meters. Hooey, this is going to be a good one. Hooey! And there it is, everybody. New Horizons, fully narrated theme park created by Lenividivici. Absolutely incredible build here. I mean, the visuals are impeccable. The coasters were amazing. I'm lost for words here. This was a remarkable episode. Keep up the good work, Lenny. And for this amazing creation, you are definitely being moved up out of the builder bracket and into the advanced builder rank. Congratulations, Lenny. Absolutely deserve it. And you're building as if you're an expert builder. You just need a little bit more on your workshop. So keep doing what you're doing and you'll be expert in no time. I think this is expert quality. However, you only have 6 items on your workshop at this moment. So keep it up, my friend. This was an incredible experience. Thank you so much for this creation, submitting it and allowing us to share it with everybody. Wowee. So there you go, everybody. That's going to do it for this episode of Park Spotlight. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. Share on social media with your friends. Let's get Lenny some more eyes on his amazing park. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos. And if you guys want to support the channel and keep it going, you could do so by becoming a patron. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have an incredible day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.